Welcome back to Leagues. If you're at all confused, I recommend checking out the last episode. I explained it a lot better there. But no more time to waste, let's get back to the progress. Welcome back to Leagues 2 Equilibrium. This is where we left off. We already have a new relic to unlock and just a couple of tasks away from the next area. If you remember at the end of the last one, I was really struggling to decide which one I wanted between Transmutation and Antiquarian, and I think I've made my choice. We're going Transmutation. Come on, how could I not? This looks so sick. It's going to allow us to transmute any kind of like raw resource, think like seeds, tree seeds, herb seeds, ores, gems. I can upgrade or downgrade them to a higher tier. So theoretically, I can just mine like 10,000 bronze ore and just transmute it up all the way to Elder Rune Primal, whatever, for like the best smithing XP. That kind of thing. This is going to be so sick. I'm so excited. No more waiting around. Let's just grab it. Oh man. Oh, that also gave me the passive where it fully filled up my tool belt. That's going to be useful for something. I can't think of what yet off the top of my head, but there is Transmutation. We get the item in our inventory, which you can use, or you can just use the high or low level alchemy spells to up or downgrade. Okay, how's this work? If I use... Oh, I didn't mean to equip it. If I use on... Let's say a trout, for example, turn to a cod or a mackerel, whether I up or downgrade. So I can just upgrade all my raw fish to ensure I always get the best cooking XP possible. That's so cool. Oh my god. Okay. There's going to be a lot to figure out here. There's going to be some weird methods. I didn't expect to get magic XP. It's not a lot, but, you know, passive magic XP is nice. Oh my god, it's auto casting. I didn't know that. Holy shit, it just keeps going. I'm so glad I waited for a lot of like production skills, because this is gonna make, like, I'm always gonna get the maximum amount of XP. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, but that's enough of that. Let's go knock out these last two tasks and get the next region unlocked. Oh, there's an imp. I still need that. That's actually not the task I was going for, but that works. Kill an imp. And I do need to scatter his ashes too, right? Pretty sure that's a task. It sure is. And the next region's unlocked. I'm pretty sure this is going to be no surprise to anyone. I don't know of anyone that hasn't taken this region, to be honest with you, but obviously I'm going Kharidian Desert. It's just way too good in the current state of the game. Desert has so much from bossing to skilling. It's just good all around. It's almost a mandatory unlock. There's God Wars 2, Calphite King, Calphite Queen. The entire cities of Menaphos and Sophonim are fully unlocked right from the start. There's just so much to do here. And now that the desert's unlocked, I'm going to put my full focus onto blessings. I still only have the first tier of blessing, which is kind of criminal. There are a lot of combat tasks available to me, even just in the starting regions. I just haven't really bothered, to be honest. But now that's where I'm going to put my full focus. We're going to knock out a bunch of blessing tasks, especially there's several we've unlocked with the desert. By the way, if you didn't know, at first, if you ask Death for a Reaper task without the requirements, he will yell at you and tell you need 45 Slayer or whatever the requirement is. But you can just ask him again, and then he'll just give you a gem and give you a Reaper task anyway. Cool game. One of those brain dead easy tasks I could have done already was Ivar. I forgot Ivar's actually really good for combat XP. Oh, 41 attack. Oh my god, and a Bone Crusher Maul. Wait, that might be an upgrade for me right now, since I'm still using a fucking Silverlight. Oh, I don't have the level. No, you need 40 strength. Oh my god, so much just happened. I didn't know killing him with the Bone Crusher was a task. That's cool. All right, so much happened. I completed my Reaper though. 40 Slayer? Okay. Huh. Another easy blessing I could have done already is heading to God Wars 3, doing a Archglacior kill. I assume Zero Mechanic will count. It doesn't specify in the task list. I guess we'll find out pretty quick though. And as always, Zero Mechanic is completely brainless. Yes, that did count. Cool. Another blessing. That should be one unlocked for sure. Yes, it's time for my tier 2 blessing. Not even gonna just, there's no point in discussing it. I'm going striking light. This is really cool. It's gonna empower my basic attack. Basically every 9 seconds or so, my basic attack's gonna bring a light down from the sky and deal a fuck ton of damage, as well as just making my basic attack stronger overall. This is kind of the build you would do if you're, maybe an old school player and aren't into the new combat system. If you can't tell by now, my plan is to be extremely tanky and just shield bash and auto attack people until they die. But that is striking light unlocked. Actually, only one task away from tier 3. We could probably go get that real quick. Man, there's some easy ones in here I somehow have missed so far, but Sanguine Crawler is another blessing task. That should be the tier 3 blessing unlocked, and obviously we're going Steadfast Will. Finally time to actually empower the defensive abilities that I plan on using, like Bash, Preparation, Reflect, and Revenge. Bash is going to deal more damage based on my armor. Preparation is going to act like a cooldown reduction for every other ability in the game. Reflect turns into a crazy AoE that's going to be, I can only imagine how good that's going to be for things like Zuck and the waves. Even like Fight Cave and Fight Kiln leading up to it. Oh, here we're officially becoming tanky boy. Steadfast Will. And that's Silver Quill down for another task. God, that boss is not fun even in leagues. Wait a minute, how am I moving so much? Did I miss something? Was there a passive? All movement abilities. Oh my god, 4.2 seconds. We just have mobile now. I did not realize that. Holy shit. Ooh, 1000 total level. That's a decent point task. Oh my god. Oh, and that's the next trophy unlocked. Officially Iron. Okay, got myself 50 Slayer from doing Reaper task on Ivar, as well as 50 defense. Let's go get some upgrades. Get out of this Hattie armor finally. I did already buy the rune armor previously, so we can just slap it all on, not only for a task, but just a genuine gear upgrade. And man, I feel so unkillable already in just rune, but I guess we'll have to test it out and see. Okay, I did the stupid task where you need to like rezo after every phase of Silver Quill. Just involves standing there and waiting for your rezo to come off cooldown. But it's a blessing task, so we had to do it. Where are these noises? Is there a guy under me? Oh, this guy under me unlocked. God damn! Oh my god, that Sarah strike coming down is so cool, man. Okay, finally done with Ivar. I needed 25 kills because that in itself is a task, as well as that completes all Ivar combat achievements. So that's out of the way. At some point the game tried to give me a rune pouch, and apparently my inventory was full, so just reclaim that. And I guess I'll throw all my elemental runes in there. Just keep that up on my inventory. Wouldn't hurt to just have those on me at all times, I guess. Okay, time to try out some Calphite Queen. I have a really scuffed setup going, and you do need 2 combat styles for this. So I brought some Necromancy as well as a couple pieces of Mage Gear just in case. I gotta at least be able to brute force 1 kill for the task, right? There's no way I fail Calphite Queen. Okay, first phase down. If I just like throw on a wand with my normal shield, it looks like it's still working. Oh my god. Wait, I can do this. Throw Bash on too. That would help. Oh my god. I'm using a melee shield and it's still decent damage for like a tier 20 wand or whatever. Calphite Queen is dead. Let's go unlock another blessing. So for this blessing, I actually don't get a choice. So every 4 tiers, I guess you can say, there's a god tier blessing you get. And that choice is already predetermined by what you selected in the previous tiers, depending on how you aligned with the 3 gods. And since I've went full Saradomin, I don't have a choice. I have to unlock Sacred Fervor, which is fine. It's going to reduce all ability cooldowns by 30%. It's just that. It's good all around. I will say it's really nice this league that these combat relics aren't locking you into any specific combat styles. Obviously, there's some that are better for others, but there's no like only buffing your melee damage, which I really enjoy. I still have flexibility to use any combat style I want. So at this point, I spent a little bit training necromancy because I thought I needed the level to unlock Urmod, which was the next blessing task I was going for. Because when I went to the boat wasn't accessible to get to him, but the quest is auto-completed in the league, so my next thought was maybe I just need the 65 necromancy and then I can click the boat. But apparently it's just a bug. You just have to use the grouping teleport to get to Urmod or Raziel. Brute forcing Urmod with level 1 necromancy gear is kind of fun, but oh my god, this is going to take forever. I'm actually having to flick my protect from necromancy because I'm running out of prayer points pretty quick. And as for when the guards spawn, I just back up, pop reflect, and look at the damage that gets reflected back to them. It not only reflects 100% of the damage, but it's also AoE, so they both get reflected for both of their damage. Like, it's crazy. It just stacks the more enemies there are. So cool. He's finally dead. Actually, that was over 10 minutes for sure. Might have been a 15-minute Urmod kill. But we got a plate, I guess. So I just took a clay ring to the priest in Lumbridge, which enchants the clay ring into a Saradomin item, which, if I'm not wrong, this should allow me to go to bandits in the desert and fully AFK, since this will count as having a Sarah item equipped. Okay, let's test it out. I equip the clay. Yes, everyone just aggroes me. Okay, I can start editing now. I did make one slight adjustment. I went and bought a rune halberd, since, you know, nothing's going to be AoE, even though I have the shield stuff. Actually, I could use just spam reflect on cooldown though. I don't know. This is fine. It makes very little difference. I just figured I'd throw on the halberd, make it slightly faster with some hurricanes. Okay, how does this work? Okay, so I've pickpocketed some keys. I'm trying to get a diamond right now to get into the back part of Xanaris for the dragon weapons. How do I... No, he won't let me in. But I can still pickpocket you. I have all these keys. I just don't know how to get into these chests. Maybe I just needed to wait for them all to turn around. Oh, that worked. Oh, this is under the ham hideout, by the way. Okay, now there's like a 1 in 70 chance I get a diamond from this. Let's just, maybe I get super lucky. Oh my god, I got it already. Okay, well, let's go get dragon weapons. And this place is going to be really good for eventual thieving training, I think. But all these dragon weapons available to me. For sure, dragon long. 2H maybe for training. It's not like money's an issue. I might as well buy everything I can here. There's 70 attack, and that gives me base 70s and my melee stats. That's good enough for now. Let's go do something else. On second thought, it's getting late, and I do actually still need to finish editing the first episode. So I'm going to try to find something to AFK thieve. No, not these chests. There's supposedly chests here in Dorgashan. Oh, there we go. There's the guy over there. And I'm hoping that chests will work the same way as stalls, where I'll keep repeating the looting after I open the chests, make it fully AFK. Oh my god, the XP here is crazy. I want to see if I continuously loot the chests, though. Oh my god, it just keeps going. That's so cool. Okay, I go edit now. Bye. Good morning. It's technically the actual day 2 of leagues. Seems there were some fixes overnight, and so I'm just getting a couple tasks and achievements rolling in. Up to 70 thieving. I do still need to finish just uploading and getting that video out, so I'm going to spend a little more time AFK. I'll probably try to find something else to do that's within my regions. Still going to train thieving though. Up to 110 agility already. I tried out safes. They're not really that great. Gonna find something else to do. First time teleporting into Menaphos. That's a task in itself. And there is a stall up here I want to try out. This is pretty much worthless in the main game because of how long the stall takes to respawn. It's one of these. Probably the one all the people are at. There it is, the lamp stall. So you pickpocket this stall, or rather steal from this stall, and you either get nothing or there's like a 1 in 70 chance you get some lamps. And with the loot being triple, I'll just get 3 lamps every time it's successful. Oh, I got some lamps already. Okay. I think I'm going to use this opportunity to kind of bring up my skills that are a little more difficult to train early. Probably like herb lore for sure to start. I think I'm going to use all 3 of these on herb lore just to get out of the shitty levels. And I wouldn't mind getting like the base. I think there's base 10 and level 20 tasks. So probably stay here until I get those kind of skills up. Think like herb lore, summoning, dungeoneering, which I can't even train right now. Shout out prep in the CC for this one, but supposedly I can just transmute ritual candles, which you can buy pretty much unlimited of. And it's just going to keep auto casting. I don't necessarily care about the ritual supplies, but this is just a steady flow of magic XP while I'm doing other things. I can just have this constantly going in the background, and that's pretty much magic sol for me. If it's just going to be slowly going up in the background, I'd never have to think about it. But going back to the lamp stall for a little longer. And no, like doing other actions like thieving doesn't interrupt that. I'm still gaining magic levels while picking the stall. So it's been like an hour and I've only gotten 1 other set of 3 lamps so far. This might be the kind of thing that's better with a higher thieving level, but I feel like I'm just wasting time at this point. So I think I'm gonna go try the chests up here in the Wizards Guild and see how those are. Oh, that looks like it. Holy shit. This is where everyone is. Oh my god. Okay, I must be in the right spot then. There's so many gamers here. Wow, that XP is crazy. Okay, this will probably be my way to 99. 90 thieving. Okay. So 98 thieving and 62 magic. The first episode of the league is out, so I feel like I can finally go back to doing some tasks. I guess to Lumbridge, I think there's a couple more I want to get done in Miscellaneous before I move on to the desert. This is so cool. Oh my god, skilling's gonna be awesome. Like, I can't stop thinking of new ideas for transmutation. Like, what's stopping me from just mining 1,000,000 bronze and then just transmuting it all the way up, you know? Are there any downsides to that? I guess it takes a little bit of time to transmute, but there's no way that's slower than just mining the ore itself, you know? There we go, 20 smithing, and I think the task is just smith a steel bar here in Lumbridge. Sure is. And since they did fix that, I should be able to, yes, get my beginner Lumbridge set. I don't know if that's a task or I just did that for the lamp. It seems like it was just for the lamp. Which honestly now, I don't really know what to put it in. Is it bad? I'm considering putting it in range just to get the base level up. It's a fucking league, man. Who cares? Oh, it's 500 XP. Okay. There we go. Base 10s. Alright, gonna start blitzing through some desert tasks. Like mining a gem rock in Al-Kharid. And then I'm gonna take the magic carpet, which in itself is a task. To enter Sophanum, which doing pyramid plunder is several tasks actually. I think there's a task per floor of pyramid plunder. Okay. My fault. Okay. Wow, okay. I'll click on the goddamn wall. I'm sorry. Holy shit. You may be able to tell I've never done this without old school plugins before. Oh my god, that's a hard task too. I'm not even done yet. There we go, just like that. 8 tasks from Pyramid Plunder. The last 2 were 80 points each, so a couple hundred points at least. That was crazy. I was not expecting that to be that worth it. Okay. Didn't expect to one-shot the Lesser Demon. Tell a Pyramid topped assignment. Can't believe they actually got me to do agility. Oh my god, 99 thieving. Okay, I was so close to the level and I wanted the point, so I just came back for that. Back to doing miscellaneous tasks. I lied again. I ended up staying a little bit longer just to get 102 thieving. I've been just had stuff to do around the house. So now that's actually a huge level. I can pickpocket gobies now, which can get me my techie, which will give me my best in slot armor, I believe, for the entire league. I will be buying Raid's armor as my best in slot. At least that's the current plan. But as with every league, things always change. I gotta figure out how to get to Mazcab. For any chance pickpocketing a goby is a task? It's not really. Okay. Oh, but here we go. Getting some techie. Oh, and this is tripled. Oh my god, I'm getting 3 every time. This shouldn't take long at all then. Oh, 80 million agility XP. Okay, when I said this would be fast, I guess I lied. It's been about an hour of completely AFK, I want to add. It is faster if you spam click, but I did that hour completely AFK. And beyond the 2K, I did fill up the reputation, so that's already complete. And I believe I just give you the extra charms. Yes. Okay, so what did I end up with? In the 1 hour, I have 3,000 techie, almost 2,900. Not even enough for half of a piece of armor, half of a boot. It's like 44k for a full set of tier 90. This might be something for another time. Okay, there are a couple tasks for just some basic rune crafting, like at the water altar. But I want to try out something that I heard, didn't even know about. With transmutation, apparently I can transmute down, if I can click properly, transmute down air runes. Oh my god, into pure essence. Doesn't seem to do it automatically because my inventory is too full. Hold on, I really want to try this out. Let me do this properly. Okay, I got this set up properly now. The transmute thing's in my pocket, so that's even one less inventory space. I could have also probably gotten a wicked hood now that I think about it. It's okay. Skilling. Transmute down that. Click. And then I just wait for it to do it 2 more times. And I'm just, this is runecrafting. I never have to leave the altar. Oh my god, this is so cool. Holy shit. There's 100 runes. I might as well get this task for 1,000 runes. That'll take no time at all. And there's 1,000 runes crafted. That's only a medium task. Wow. There is one for 10,000. I might stay. That took like 30 seconds. Just out of curiosity, what's the XP an hour? 821k, not as crazy as I thought. Holy shit, man. What do you need Divine Druid for? Please tell me. Because I don't know. You're telling me Divine Druid's an Herblore solve? Look at this. 1 seed, insta growth, 30 herbs. Crazy. And if I'm not wrong, this will synergize really well with my next relic. Spoiler alert, I'll probably be going Production Master. We'll process things all at once, so insta process into clean herbs, insta process into unfinished potions. It's gonna be great. Where are you in this shop? Rune pickaxe. That's what I'm looking for. I forgot to add that to the tool belt a long time ago. There is a task for mining with a rune pick. Should be any rock, right? Sweet. And actually, I don't know why I'm still walking around with this dragon longsword. I completely forgot that when I unlocked the desert, it gave me the Karis for free. So, yeah, this is what, a tier 70? It's technically lower damage than the D-Long, but more accurate. For doing things like Calphite King and stuff like that, this is for sure going to be... Oh my god, it's so tiny. We'll have to try it out when that time comes, though. Don't forget, by the way, you can buy an unlimited number of super potions in Mazcab, as long as you have Desert unlocked. And we were less than an hour from the weekly reset, so I figured I'd get Tears of Gothics done. Holy shit! That was a lot of summoning levels. Alright, gonna go back and actually get a Gate of Elidness kill this time. This was a task I just did not realize, or I probably would have stayed and brute forced it originally. Pretty sure this is going to be everyone's divination method, unless you lamp it somehow, but because the XP here is crazy. And the gate has been slain. No luck for me, man. What the fuck? I feel like I deserve something. And that's a new relic unlocked. Let's take a look. Tier 5 seems to be a pretty hotly contested one, depending on who you ask. You got Devout, which is like a souped up beast of burden, and it does have some buffs to future, and like any other summoning familiars. Clue Connoisseur, you guys know how I feel about clues. I ain't fucking doing clues in a league. And then there's Production Master, which is going to be the one I will be choosing. It provides buffs to all your production skills. Any kind of like make X interface processes instantly. So think like cutting gems, fletching, all that kind of stuff will just get processed in one tick in entire inventory. And actually does provide a +6 boost to all those production skills, which I feel like that part's really slept on. That gives you access to better training methods sooner. Like I'll be able to cook fish 6 levels above my actual level. Oh, and I almost forgot, it does supply an unlimited number of exquisite urns, so in the skills that urns can be used on, it's like another XP boost on top of everything else. Oh, and I didn't even mention the passives we get by hitting tier 5. So rare items, now 6 times more common. I can actually slot between my spell and prayer books at the Sage and Lumbridge. I can choose my Reapers, and I get more invention components. Okay, let's try out Production Master. So if I cook, it processes the whole inventory. Oh my god. This is always the relic I take in old school leagues. I love Production Master. It's so fun. Also, don't forget, if you do take Production Master, there's a setting to automatically use the urns once they fill up. That way you don't have to manage more inventory space. So that relic didn't exactly give me another XP boost, but I think I have enough Golden Hog feathers to go to 99 and beyond. So let's just use them all up. I'm going to get spam clicking. See y'all in a minute. And that's 99 prayer. Actually way overshot it. I've apparently had 99 baked for a long time. Virtual 120 agility. Damn, that's not a task. I think 200 mil will be one though, so halfway there. So my plan up to this point was to fully focus on melee, but honestly I'm considering swapping to magic, because I didn't realize, like I've seen people do the chain into shield bash for the AoE big shield bash damage, and that looks really fun, so I at least want to try that out a bit. And again, relics aren't locking you into a specific combat style in this league, so I'm free to switch around as I please. My regions are pretty universal, at least so far, so I'm not really missing anything. I can kind of use any style I want. Once I get to best in slot, it might matter a little bit. Man, I've spent the last like 5 to 10 minutes thinking like, where's a baby dragon within my regions? How am I going to get this bury a baby dragon bone task? I have transmutation. All I have to do is click a button and I have a baby dragon bone in my inventory. Remembering you have all these overpowered relics is a whole nother thing. I totally forgot about this too, but I also got a Dragonstone amulet a while back from Ivar. Chant that into a glory. And now my best in slot necklace. This should be 2 tasks in one. I believe there's one for a standard fruit tree and then one for a banana tree here in Karamja. Yes. Oh, big points. Getting close to that next area already. I'm actually going to sit here and get a couple more farming levels with the seeds I have. Again, remember you can transmute them up to higher seeds, because I do need, there's one thing I want to try. So with 76 farming, assuming you have regular cactus seeds, which you can get pretty easily pickpocketing, you can transmute them up to a prickly pear cactus. And funny enough, first we check it. Okay, that just gives regular farming XP, but when you pick the cactus, it gives defense XP. That's a thing in the main game, by the way, a lot of people don't know about. It just gives you defense XP. But the scaling, like this is probably one of the better defense training methods in the game. So I'm going to use all my prickly pear seeds, see how high it gets me, especially since my defense level is just going to basically directly contribute to more damage. Oh, and a Saren Spirit. Oh, Dragon Helm. Who the fuck needs the stupid Voidwalker one? I can get dragon equipment this way. I think I forgot to mention that too, but Production Master does also act like a Grace of the Elves, and I think like the Croesus Godbook, a couple other skilling buffs like that, you know, that'll just pop up, you click on and get extra XP. Okay, what kind of XP rates are we looking at here? 40 million defense XP and 10 million farming an hour. And all those seeds got me all the way to 91 defense. At first, I maybe wasn't so sold on the farming relic, but I am so glad I went it now. There's so many tasks like harvesting herbs, growing trees, and this is just making me get all those tasks so fast. I don't have to wait on crops to grow. And I'm down to 10 tasks until the next area. There actually was a couple tasks I needed like 90 something farming for. I just went all the way to 99. I mean, I had the seeds for it. It's so fast. Why not? Because 99 in itself is a 200 point task, and there is one more task I can get that also required 99 farming, and that is planting an avocado bush, which I didn't know was a thing. There's 200 points, another spirit. Ooh, dragon bones. And then there was another 200 points for harvesting some grimy fellstock. And then this one's pretty easy. You actually don't need the magic level for this. You can boost to cast a surge spell for 200 more points. I can't believe that's a 200 point task, and that's actually all I need for my next region. But there is one more thing I want to do first before I unlock that. There is 25 Silver Quill as well as all the Silver Quill combat achievements, which are both tasks, and I knew if I didn't do those now, I would never come back to get that. One of those was actually a blessing task too. But now it's region picking time. I have been stuck between two choices. My final two being Wilderness and Anachronia, but I think I'm gonna go Wilderness first. From what I've looked at, Wilderness does have better, like, lower level tasks. Like, Wilderness has a better amount of tasks. Anachronia has a better points in terms of tasks, if I am reading correctly. Basically, if I go Wilderness first, it's going to allow me to unlock Anachronia faster than if I went Anachronia first. Then it would be a little bit more of a grind to get to my final region. I hope that made any sort of sense at all. Basically, I'm going Wilderness first. Plus, I think it has easier boss tasks for combat relics. And that means I have a ton of really easy blessing tasks to go for now. Quick KBD kill. I didn't bring anti-fire, but I don't think it matters. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. I could be doing some serious bossing right now. I didn't realize I was this strong. Okay. What's next? Next up is going to be Flesh Hatcher, which does require me to get 40 Dungeoneering first. So into Daemonheim I go. Future editing Luke here. In hindsight, I should have just went and done another Tears of Guthix, and that would have perfectly given me over 40 Dungeoneering. But I forgot and never went back and did my other Tears of Guthix after the reset. So, learn from my mistakes. 2 levels from the Dungeoneering tutorial. Let's see how many I get from an actual floor now. Oh, you know what? Should I do small or large? No, let me look at the damn door. Like, or is this XP boost going to be before or after the multiplier? Because that actually changes everything. I don't know. I guess small for now. I only need a couple levels anyway. My damage in here is fucking terrible, by the way. Until the Ceradoman Strike or whatever comes down, my damage is awful. I know I'm using like tier 20 weapons, but I think it's also because of the fact I have no armor in here. I don't have enough like bind slots to constantly wear armor in Dungeoneering, so it's just really slow. But anyway, 42 Dungeoneering, that's more than enough to fight Flesh Hatcher. And he's down. Flesh Hatcher killed. Oh, that's 80 points too. And another blessing. Nothing from the loot. All right, what are we unlocking? We finally get a choice again for tier 4. We're into a whole new set of 3 that's going to affect the next god blessing, so choices are important here. In this one, I was actually really thinking about what I should go with, but I think I'm just going to go higher power. It's going to buff my base ability damage by 30%, but I will lose access to all of my damage boosting abilities. So think Berserk, Death Swiftness, Sunshine. So those are gone, but my overall damage is 30% higher, which I think for the build I'm going, this will make the most sense. Again, I want to be Brain Dead, Shield Bash, Auto Attack. I probably should have ended this episode already, but you know what? I'll push a little bit further. I do want to get a weapon upgrade before this is over. So let's head to the Heart of Gielinor and do some God Wars 2. And after getting some kill count, it's Hellweir time. This seems like the best option. I was pretty much locked between this or Twin Furies for a weapon upgrade. Whether I want a blade to go with my shield, or I just get a wand and fully pivot to magic. I figured let's try a couple kills. We'll see which one's meant to be. It's not going bad at all so far. Honestly, as long as I not rezo that one, but if I rezo, the hit I'm supposed to do, the main bleed, then I can pretty much sustain here without eating food already, and kills aren't too bad. Again, like I did with Hermod, when the wolves spawn, I'll just pop on Reflect. There we go. And they will just kill themselves. I don't even have to think about them. And that's the hit I'm supposed to rezo. There we go. Yeah, this is piss. Oh my god, I'm an idiot too. I forgot I have 99 prayer. I could be using Soul Split and tier 95 curses this whole time. Just missing out on free damage for no reason. I decided to switch to magic just out of curiosity to see how different the kill times will be. This definitely will be slower, because with melee I'm using a tier 65, 70 Karis, but with mage I'm using Mystic Wand. So definitely going to be slower, but it's not as slow as I thought it would have been. Oh, I got a wand. No way. Get me out of here. That was the first kill I did with magic and it gave me a wand. I think that's a sign I should fully switch to magic. Unfortunately, I don't even have the level to equip the wand just yet. So I'm gonna do some Flesh Hatcher and we'll at least get this wand equipped before we end off today. It's getting really late though. There we go. 85 magic is done. I can equip the wand. Wand of the Siwer equipped. From a tier 50 to a tier 85. I am so excited to see how much damage I do now. But we're gonna have to wait till next time to check that out. I hope you guys are having as much fun with this league or watching it as I am playing and making these videos. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more leagues content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.